guys, welcome forward. I wanted to make this video to kind of update everyone. COVID happened. I don't know if you heard. And I decided to use this time to go back to school. Most of this video is going to be talking about going back to school and managing that while still trying to keep the dance training up. A little background on my academic journey. I left college in my junior year to join a dance company in Southern California, and for a variety of reasons my dance career and my performance career ended up taking me to LA by way of New York. So that morphed into many different things that I'm very happy about. Performance career was going pretty well. I started to pursue acting as well, and then this all happened. I thought, what better way to ease my mind during this confinement than take a bunch of Berkeley classes? I took a German course, mostly because it was 5 units and I was trying to get the bulk of my units out of the way. I took 3 different courses for my major, which is rhetoric. And one course I ended up taking because apparently I had a science class that I didn't do. Way to spring that on me in senior year at Berkeley. I got you. In terms of time management, it's been rough. I mean, even when I try to put school away for the day, I find that the second I decide to go to sleep, my mind, and it mostly happens with the science class, I find that my mind starts making up problems that aren't problems. The science class that I'm taking right now is environmental science, specifically energy and society, I think is the name. And my mind will take random bits of the information that we learn in class and just smush them together right before I go to dream. My mind. Given that your sleep cycle is 18 gigajoules, and that you sleep on a cotton mattress, how many mattresses would it take to fuel China in the year 2014? And here's the weird part, guys. My mind actually feels compelled to solve it. I feel like I can't go to sleep unless I fix that problem, unless I get an answer. And there is no answer because the problem doesn't make sense. 1 plus kumquat equals what? Go! Carry the 2. Grape nuts? Sorry, the correct answer was grape nut cereal. You gotta label your units. So that's been fun. Now in terms of combining school with dance, basically my attention is heavily fell on the school. I have been missing it. The days that I get to do it are just like, why don't I do this every day? Mixed with, oh my god, why did I do this again? Give me back the science problems. And you know you're having a rough time when you're asking for science problems. I shouldn't say that, you know, I love science. It's very helpful. Penicillin is great. Thank you, science, for penicillin. Here's the important thing, guys. In order to compensate for not doing the dancing, I have a couple strategies that are much easier to work into my day than specifically ballet exercises are. See, with ballet, I have pretty high expectations of how it's gonna go. You can't just go straight into the really hard stuff that you want to work on in ballet. You have to do the whole warm-up section and all the stuff that you already know how to do and are good at, and then you get on to the harder stuff. It's pretty time-consuming, honestly. I don't know why I do it. That aside, I just plain don't have the time for it. Some days I'm spending roughly 9 hours a day in front of a computer, and I know that for people who have a desk job that sounds like no big deal. For me it's yes, big deal. That's a YBD for those of you on the inside. Instead of that, I've turned to a lot of the stuff that I talked about in my cross-training video. For those of you who didn't see that video, I will link it down in the comments below. Essentially, it's been a lot of yoga and stretching, and actually I have found a renewed love for my foam roller. I had a parting of ways for a little bit. There was like a wall. There was something between us. But now I'm happy to say that our relationship is very healthy and I love you, man. You know, we just don't say that enough. We don't say that enough to each other. We don't say that enough to inanimate objects. And I think we should. I still have my dog walking job, which I was totally ready to set aside before this happened. It's become my lifesaver, both financially and just in terms of having a valid reason to get out of the house and move my body. The real reason I wanted to film this and just kind of give you guys an update is not because I thought that everyone was dying for an update on my life, but that I wanted to encourage any dancers out there who might be feeling compelled to do certain things. For those of you who are trying to balance online school and dance and a job and like have your apartment look some version of not biohazard, I'm with you. And it can be done. Speaking as someone who is capable of being very type A, you might have to let some stuff go. Maybe not so much let stuff go as like reprioritize. If this thing was really difficult and it's at the front, you could just push it that way and like the other box will drop down. The box that you want to drop down. I've never played Tetris. This is a really bad metaphor. I apologize. I find that whenever I've been in school, school has always come first. School has always come before dance. And that's okay with me to a certain extent, as long as I'm staying in touch with my body and doing things that feel good and kind of keeping a weathered eye on the horizon. Is that what it is? Weathered eye on the horizon? We should look that up. Thank you guys again for watching. If you liked what you saw in this video, remember to like, subscribe, comment, press buttons, say words, bake a cake.